Hello and welcome to On the Couch with Steve, a podcast where we help you navigate the often complex world of buying and selling real estate, not just in Ipswich, but a couple of other locations as well, which is what we're here to talk to you about today. We've got some very, very exciting news.
Yes.
I'm joined by, well, I should introduce myself. I'm Steve Athanates. I'm the owner of NGU Real Estate. Forgot that part.
You got too excited.
Got excited. I was that excited, I almost forgot who I was. But you're Matthew Taylor-Farrington. You're the owner of Purple Bunny Marketing and a great friend of On the Couch with Steve.
Yes.
So thanks, Matt, for coming along.
Yeah.
We've got some exciting news that you're going to ask me some questions about.
Yes. Okay. So, obviously, on a couple episodes ago, you announced a new location with John, and I could never pronounce his surname, Karlachek. Karlachek.
We'll go I'll get it wrong. He'll forgive me. If it's wrong, he'll forgive me. I'm sorry, John. I did my best.
Yes.
Karlachek.
Check. Yep. So you got the location at Forest Lake, which we're calling Brisbane West, and it's going to cover
NGU Brisbane West.
Okay, cool. So we've arrived at the name finally.
We have.
So that's going to cover a large area back towards Brisbane, correct?
Yeah. Well, John's going to be the owner. He's one of the owners. I'm the other. But John's going to be servicing that Forest Lake market. Now, when we say Forest Lake, it's much broader than that. You've obviously got all the surrounding suburbs: Doolandella, Oxley, Nala. Heading that way, obviously we've got Graceville, Sherwood, all those sorts of places. But heading back this way towards Ipswich, we've also got Gales, Wacol. John does a lot in Goodna, Riverview, Redbank Plains, all those sorts of suburbs. So we'll extend our reach from Ipswich right through to inner city suburbs of Brisbane. Yep. So especially we'll start heading up Ipswich Road.
Yes.
So any of those suburbs there, John will be able to service you in terms of your real estate needs. So whether you want to buy, sell or rent, obviously give John a call at NGU Brisbane West.
Yes.
And he'll be able to help you.
Yes.
On a daily basis. He would love nothing more, I promise you. Please call him.
Yes. Once he has internet.
Yes, yes. All these things are happening. So we're opening in about 30 days. We'll be opening at our Forest Lake office. So that one's, the lease is secured. We've got the location. We're just going through the setup stage. So we'll get signage and all those sorts of things happening. Yes. But John will be trading within 30 days. So that's probably March now.
Yep.
He'll open in March.
But that's not the only location we're opening, right? So
no,
you've got news.
I have amazing.
You're branching out further.
Yes, I'm very excited. I think I'm blushing maybe. Very, very excited. Now, we are opening, NG Real Estate is opening an office at...
Drum roll, Nick.
Drum roll. We are opening an office at Broadbeach on the Gold Coast.
Amazing, amazing news. I know you've been excited for a while.
I am so excited. I can barely contain myself. So what that will mean for the people of Ipswich... Okay, not only are we the number one selling agency here in Ipswich, we're extending our reach into that Brisbane West market.
Yep.
Okay, but now we're going to be able to tell you what's happening on the Gold Coast.
Yes.
So I guess traditionally, lots of people from Ipswich have had a love affair with, I guess, the gold and the Sunshine Coast. At this stage, we're not on the Sunshine Coast, but we're relocating a major office, and this will be our flagship office, bigger than even our Toowong office. It's an amazing location at Broadbeach. We're just down the road from the Gold Coast Convention Centre, walking distance to the beaches. This is absolute prime real estate. And we're going to be doing it for you guys at home so that you can buy a house in Ipswich, you can buy a house in Brisbane, you can buy a house on the Gold Coast, and you can do it with someone that you trust. And then, of course, that's NG Real Estate.
Yeah. And so that means that if someone is looking to maybe make that move, not only can they then sell their home with you here in Ipswich, but they can then also do that in one transaction and also potentially buy their home down the Gold Coast. Or if they're moving Brisbane bound, move more towards the Brisbane. Either or.
So some people, depending on their circumstances, whether they're relocating entirely, they may move from Ipswich to Brisbane or Ipswich to the Gold Coast. Yep. That would involve selling the family home, the investment properties, whatever it is, here in Ipswich. Yep. But not everyone's moving. Yes. Some people will invest in Brisbane, they'll invest on the Gold Coast. They want to buy that unit for retirement or whatever it would be. So a lot of people want to spend, they may not necessarily want to live on the Gold Coast, but they want to spend Christmas, they want to spend Easter, those sorts of major events. They want to go to the coast and they want to be able to take their family. So what you can do is you'll have an opportunity to be able to buy on the Gold Coast, use it when you want to use in peak times, and then potentially rent it out or do whatever you wanted to do with the property. So we'll be able to help you whether you're buying, selling, renting, investing. We can do it all, and we can do it in Ipswich, we can do it in Brisbane, or we can do it on the Gold Coast for you.
Which is amazing news for everybody, really.
So good. Now, what that will mean for you is, mate, we're going to be doing more podcasts. I think, what episode are we up to? How many podcasts are we on?
I think this is episode 36. I think this will be episode 36.
We're heading towards 50.
Yeah.
Right? So this is episode 36. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be, every month, we're going to report to you and tell you, okay, in these episodes of On the Couch with Steve, what's happening in the Ipswich market, what's happening in the Brisbane market, and what's happening on the Gold Coast market. So we're going to give you a service that no one else is offering.
Yes.
We'll be able to tell you about those markets and help you interact, invest, have an understanding of what those markets are doing. So if you want to transition into them, we can help you with anything.
Yeah.
So we'll be a one-stop shop.
Yeah,
and we'll give you all the information you need every single month right here at On the Couch with Steve.
Yes.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome.
No, great news and congratulations, of course.
Yeah, very exciting.
And I guess the next question will be, obviously you've been doing a lot of real estate in Ipswich and
24
years.
24 years.
You mentioned in the
sold
previous.
Thousands and thousands of houses here in Ipswich.
So does that mean Steve's going to split his time between, or is Steve going to be down the coast chucking a dip in the surf?
A little bit. Now, lots of my competitors, I'm sure, they'll be telling people in Ipswich, oh, you can't list with Steve because he now sells on the Gold Coast, so he wouldn't actually be selling your house.
Yep.
That's not true. Okay.
Yes.
Any, obviously, expansion of a business will involve a transitionary period.
Yes.
But for the bulk of the time, I will be here in Ipswich. If you call and ask me to come and appraise your home, it will be
Steve.
me.
Yeah.
I will be there in your lounge room, at your dining room table to appraise your home. My competitors will say, oh, but Steve won't show up at the open home. Wrong.
Yes.
Steve will be at the open home. Steve will be there with his team. And unlike a lot of other agents, it's not just me. I always have a co-agent on every single one of my listings. And I've normally got a couple of associates that I'm training to become the next generation of Ipswich super agents.
Yep.
Okay. They'll be there as well. So a lot of times, even my open homes on the weekend, a lot of my homes I had 4 agents.
Yes.
With a lot of my competitors, you get one agent that shows up, and sometimes you'll only get their associate.
Yes.
Okay? So if someone starts to tell you that Steve won't be at your appraisal and Steve won't be at your home, you can say, I watched his podcast and he told me that he would be there. So Steve said he will be there.
Yeah.
And I will be there.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, don't listen to the rumour mongers.
Yeah.
We are just expanding to offer you a better service.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Our team of award-winning agents, they're all more than capable, and some people might argue that they're even stronger agents than myself. So no matter what, if you're dealing with anyone from NGU Real Estate, you are in the best of hands. We're number one for a reason.
Yes.
And it's my team. They're exceptional.
Yes, agreed. They are. And I think Kira alluded to it before in the chat that you've had about the reviews that come through, and I see it all the time. Obviously, we do a lot of your marketing, so we
Correct,
see it.
you do.
And it's positive. It's always positive.
Yeah, look,
So,
and I said
great.
in that last podcast, it's so gratifying for me as the owner of NGU Real Estate to see people publicly acknowledge the efforts of our staff. And I'm not just talking about sales staff, because obviously they're very important. These are the guys that sell the properties, are the guys and girls, but they're supported by administration staff who are doing the contracts, the Form 6s, everything that happens behind the scenes, photo shoots, everything that's happening. Okay, so our administration teams are sensational. We manage over 1,000 rental properties in Ipswich and the surrounding areas. Because obviously we've got an office in Toowoomba. We don't always talk about our office in Toowoomba.
No.
I actually now feel ashamed. I don't talk enough about our office in Toowoomba. Great office. They've got over 300 rental properties up there that we manage in Toowoomba as well.
Yep.
So when I said to you, we can tell you about what's happening in Ipswich, and we can tell you about what's happening in Forest Lake and surrounding areas into inner city Brisbane. We can talk to you about the Gold Coast. But we've got an amazing office in Toowoomba as well.
Yes.
So we're going to give you a perspective that no one else can give you, and we can service you basically just about in any part of southeast Queensland.
Yeah.
All right, except for the Sunshine Coast. But
so when's that? When's that?
Stay
happening?
tuned. Stay tuned for the Sunshine Coast. I'll talk to Emil. We'll do something. We'll do something real soon.
Yes. All right. Well, I think that's, unless you've got any more news to share that we're not aware of.
I've got no more offices.
No,
I've got no more offices today.
I think you're done for a while.
Well, who knows? Who knows?
Yes.
What I can tell you is NGU has some major plans for expansion. So you will be seeing more and more offices opening up, not necessarily owned by me, but owned by other amazing real estate agents who are joining the NGU network, because we are at the forefront of social media marketing. Everyone thinks that all real estate agents are the same. It's clearly not true.
Yes.
It's just like saying everyone's the same. All school teachers are the same. That's an insult to really great school teachers, because not everyone is.
No.
So at the end of the day, we are a great franchise. We're built on the back of great people who have a passion for what they do. Our clients love to be able to assist you. They want to get you the very best price that exists in today's market. That very best price is created by competition. Okay, we need people to create competition. Competition creates a sense of urgency based on a fear of loss. So if you want to know how to get the best possible price for your house in today's ever-changing market, call my award-winning team at NG Real Estate, because we'd love to help you, and we can do it for you in Toowoomba, Ipswich, Forest Lake, or
Brisbane West,
or the Gold Coast, Brisbane West.
Yes.
Anywhere you want, we can do it for you.
Yeah, it's great.
I think it is great too.
Yes.
Mate, I always have to thank you. You're an integral part of our marketing, and that's what creates the competition. That's what creates the point of difference. So to yourself and to all your team at Purple Bunny Marketing, a sincere thank you.
No, thank you.
Our business has grown
that.
exponentially since you came on board with us. Obviously, you're the one who talked me into doing this podcast, which I now really do enjoy. At the start,
I know we can't shut you up.
I was sweating bullets at the start. Now I actually like it, and it's a really informative session. And like I said, I can't wait to bring you news about what's happening in all those markets that we've just opened, so you know exactly what's happening all the way around you. So to Matthew Taylor-Farrington,
it's my fault.
Purple Bunny, thank you, mate. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Now, for everyone at home, if you want more information on what we talked about today, obviously, or anything at all, if you want to ask any questions, please click the link below. I promise you, we really want your feedback. If we can improve our podcast in any way, please interact with us, because we'd love to be able to help you. Just to finish off, of course, I'm Steve Athanates. I remember now. I'm the owner of NGU Real Estate in Ipswich. And thank you, and we look forward to welcoming you again at On the Couch with Steve.